Violence is the behavior involving physical force intended to hurt, damage, or kill someone. Acting with violence solves no problems and just creates even more issues. Many people are killed by violent acts every day. Violence is at its peak in 2018 with students dying in schools just trying to learn. A student from the Parkland, Florida shooting says, "I want to show these people exactly what's going on when these children are facing bullets flying through classrooms and students are dying trying to get an education. Many people cannot handle their aggression and turn towards hateful acts. They turn away from God because they feel lost and alone. God is always here for us, and He wants us to know if we trust in Him, we will be okay."
Violence is not only seen in crimes, but in our everyday lives. People use violence in a physical and verbal way to hurt others without any thought. These statistics show how greatly violence interferes with our lives. Nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States. 25% of women experience domestic violence. 2.7 million children have a parent in jail as a result of violent acts, such as murder and physical abuse. There were 1,930 murders in California in 2016. 1.64 million people have been killed by war throughout history. Violence is something that will never be completely gone, but we as Catholics can make an effort to limit the amount of violence in our community.
Instead of turning to violence, turn to peace. Peace is the concept of harmony and the absence of hostility. When we are discussing peace in a behavioral sense, you should think before you act and not use physical force. Keeping these two actions in mind can make a difference.
The peace that the Lord desires for us is built on justice, where everything and everyone is in right relationship with each other and can reach their God-given potential. Peace is not just the absence of war. It is the absence of injustice and conflict that causes war. God created the human family for unity, and His Son, Jesus Christ, confirmed the law of love. Jesus taught us to love each other and to forgive in order to fully live a life of peace. With His guidance, we can live in unity as we were meant to be.
Being peaceful today by controlling your anger will improve the world overall. As many great leaders have said, violence is not the answer. Once it starts, it only spreads. Peace and forgiveness will help build and make a society a better place. Peace can resolve and prevent all of the conflicts of modern society. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that." And as Franklin D. Roosevelt said the night before he died, more than just an end to wars, we want an end to the beginning of all wars. And finally, Gandhi said, "The first step to nonviolence is that we cultivate in our daily life, as well as ourselves, truthfulness, humility, tolerance, loving, and kindness."